Hello, this is Malcolm Rose, and I am on a 19 win streak right now. Let's try to keep it moving. Gonna do another Centaur today. I'm gonna stick to something pretty easy actually. I'm gonna use a Centaur Gladiator as my character for today. We haven't won a seagull yet on this account, nor on this streak. I'm sticking to combos that I haven't won yet to continue the streak. And technically quarterstaff is the best weapon you can pick. So I'm gonna pick it, even though trident is pretty good. In this case, this will let me melee things a little harder. If I had gotten a really nasty start, like if I had gotten one of those hallway starts, the quarterstaff would probably be better for that if I had to fight my way out. Training nothing but fighting. We are gonna go for bows, of course. We can fight all this stuff, no problem. Let's see, I want to check my attack speed. It's 1.2. Maybe I should train a little bit of staves just to get that up to speed 1. Let's fight this stuff in the hallway. Let's gain one more level before we fight a dart slug, if we can avoid it. Hey, it's a D1 Knoll, but he doesn't have a weapon, so not a huge deal. Gave me a ton of experience for D1, I mean, wow. Down to 1.1 attack speed. Let's only train it up to 5, I guess. The skill. That should put me at speed 1. I actually don't know how much skill you need to do that. Alright, that's D1. Easy enough. Pretty straightforward D1, I mean, since we're playing a Centaur and everything, that'll happen. I don't really want to fight Natasha yet, so we'll just go here. We will fight this thing, though. Cool. I mean, we could throw the net on Natasha and probably go to work, but it's not really worth the risk, in my opinion. Could always summon some very nasty things on me. We're gonna reset this fight. Huh, kobold with a flail. 4 plus flail. There's Natasha, we walk away. I want at least one more level before I engage with her. Oh, there she is. Oh, no, we're slow. That's okay. We're still faster than her, I think. Maybe not. Well, shouldn't have stuck around. what to do. I guess I'll throw the net. She's in the net, good. And slow has worn off. Yeah, it was pretty dumb for me to stick around on this floor, I guess. Let's just go down. We'll come back here in a minute. Oh, Merfolk Fighter. Ghost. Hmm. 15 damage, well, I don't want to do that. Not while I have 30 hit points. Oh, jeez. Alright. Walk away from this thing. Just reset this fight again. Good. Oh, jeez. These worms are actually causing an issue. It's not very not very usual. Or it's rather unusual is what I'm trying to say. I mean, with the staff, usually you can just clear these dudes out. I haven't picked up stones, that's part of the problem. Which is completely my fault. Alright. Let's try to do this right. First of all, I'm going to use these 2 scrolls. Let's identify, good. Get some potions out of the way. Curing and resistance, not too bad. I should probably pull this thing up. We are still taking a little over speed 1 to attack, so gonna need some more staves training. Now on this floor, remember we've got this ghost, so gonna want to be careful about that. We have curing, so I'm okay with fighting this thing. Interesting. Had a might potion. Okay, these gnolls can have nets, so I'm okay with fighting them, but I'm going to try to fight them one at a time. Also, we're on D3, so we could get wanded. Okay, we're down to speed 1, but not all the time. So we'll just train up to 5. It's fine. Here's our ghost. I guess I can try to fight him. Oh, ho ho, no, 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 no. I didn't even look at his weapon. That was a real mistake. Yeah, we're leaving him. Wow, if he had chaos, I would have been in some real trouble. I feel like I would have noticed that, though. And again, I didn't notice he had a draining weapon, so... Whatever. Pretty obvious thing to avoid, though, I'll tell you that. Is draining weapon this early. Got an Usk altar. We're not going to take it. Pretty much firmly looking for Oka. I mean, if this was a character that needed an early game boost, then yeah, I'd probably do that, but I'm not even considering gods that aren't Oka at this point. Or Trog. Trog's okay too. Whichever one I find first. Down to D4. Found some better armor. Okay, glad we have these curing potions. That was why I was willing to fight this. I suppose I probably should have reset that. Hey, another ghost. This one has no brand on his weapon, can do 13 damage, and has 41 hit points. Let's pull him. Yeah, I'll fight him. We have quite a lot of hit points now, so should be able to beat him as long as I get decent RNG. And I do. There's a priest. Oh no. Okay, we gotta leave. That could have been bad. Could have eaten a lot of smites on the way out. Okay, if I eat any smites, I'm gonna have to leave. It's 2. Sucks. I'm trying to, like, lure one priest away. Certainly can't fight 2 at the same time here. I barely even want to fight 1, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay. Okay, good. We got the wizard at least. I really want to take these out, so if I have to run... Wow. Too much stuff. Gotta take this guy up. Cool. He's down. And there's the other one. We'll just go over and fight him. Oh man, I really shouldn't have done that. I'm actually going to use Might. Okay, we got him. I used Might there because it was just too much stuff to fight at the same time. Shouldn't have even engaged, to be honest. I should have just left the stuff and gone to the next floor. So that's on me. Let's get some Identify. Haste, that's an excellent find. I'll keep using potions. We're going to use some of these stacks. Random uselessness, cool. Remove curse, cool. Ring of fire. Well, we're not going to wear that, but we are going to keep it as a swap. Down we go. Oh man, Sorry, I'm just so amused that, wow. Okay. Well, we're not going to be fighting a wizard on D5 for the sake of a Mochleb altar and a bunch of gold. My god, who makes these vaults? Goofy. I guess I should be thankful that it's not just out in the open. Like, hey, I'm a wizard on D5. Take 100 damage from my crystal spear. I guess it might not be 100, it's probably less than that, but still. Hey, here's our bow. Wow. Thought I was going to have to use some resources just to beat him. Let's go grab these arrows and train bows. I have quite a few arrows now. It's nice to find a bow so early since we can get that training in. There's a hat we can try out. +1 hat, no good. That is Grinder. We have a 53% chance of getting paralyzed by grinders, so you know what we're not going to do? We're not going to fight Grinder. We're going to go straight to D6. A lot of fairly nasty floors this run. Hopefully none of them had the Altar of Oka or Trog. Or the Temple. Would suck if we missed the Temple. Let's trade this chainmail up. I guess we'll worship Eli. Well, not permanently, just until we find another altar. Surely the one that we want is going to be in here. There's Trog, and there's Okawaru. We have a choice between the two. Geez, I kind of want to take Trog, just because it's easier. But Okawaru's better, and will gift me more things in the mid-game. We're not exactly, like, losing right now, but the character is feeling really weirdly weak for a Centaur at this point in the game, which makes me kind of want to go in the Trog direction. I think we're going to go with Oka, though. Eli's not going to punish us because she's a goody two-shoes. Doesn't care as long as I'm not worshipping something evil. Oh man. Of course it confuses me. Early game invis is the worst. There we go. Anyway, this will let me get a little head start on my invocations for when I do that Zen swap way later. Okay, here's our first ogre. think we'll just use the bow on this guy. Whip of Pain, it says. Didn't even realize we had wands. Okay, cool. Force him to come to us. Get some arrows out of it, very good. Running into our first Lair monster. But there's no way Lair's on this floor because it doesn't start until 8, I believe. Is that a longbow? Oh man, that's a longbow. Awesome. Really early longbow. That's always an excellent find. Don't think it's enchanted though, but beggars can't be choosers, you know. That'll make my game really easy. Alright, yeah, this is no good. I don't want to do this at all. We're gonna go up and fight only 2 of these at once. Wow. Let's cure. Let's see if we can get the paralyze on this thing too. Good. So that sucked. Yeah, that really sucked. Thankfully we had a wand to deal with it. I would have teleported, I suppose, if I needed to, but... Can I even fight one of these things by itself? Not, the answer is not really. Without using resources. I guess maybe if I use the bow. Seems silly to use the bow if it's already next to me, though. Since I have my hooves to use. Wow. I mean, really, it's just the evasion problem, so realistically, I'm probably getting more attacks when I melee because of the hooves. Okay, screw this. I'm picking up the longbow and I'm walking away from all this stuff. There we go. Now, hopefully we have brand weapon. Let's pull this thing. Train nothing but bows. We want to get this thing to Mendeley as soon as possible. That's when we'll really see some magic happening. There we go. Can one-shot orc priests. Very good. Hey, an artifact quarterstaff. Okay, okay, well that blows. Star Drain is not any kind of fun. Just a thing that exists to punish you for wear IDing things. Okay, this worked out okay. Are we even getting gifts from Oka yet? No. I mean, but we have so much in the way of arrows already that we're probably fine, especially with a longbow. Oh geez. Oh. Well, that's... Darn. I fought myself into a corner here. Pretty stupid. What's heroism? Okay, that was really, really dumb. I need to watch that in the future. Just sort of walking into a corner. If I hadn't had any teleport, I probably would have been, well, potentially dead there. At least we had heroism, I suppose. Could have hasted, could have done a couple other things, but in general, that was just a very bad misplay. One that we would have been punished for a lot worse on a weaker species. Of course, on a weaker species, I would have been being more careful in the first place, so... Getting too excited over this longbow, where I can just tab everything to death. What is going on with this priest? There we go, finally. Let's let this wizard stop being invisible. Walk away from the killer bee zombie. And we found Lair. We're not even half an hour into the video, so we will, of course, go into Lair. Whoa, hold up. Hold up. Thanks game. Let's use resistance. Stupid wand of lightning. Unbelievable. Let's take a step. I thought that if he doubles at me from there it would hit him, but no such luck. We could have probably died there easily from the first zap if it had done enough damage. This is a really good reason why wand using monsters shouldn't exist. It's really, really dumb. Imagine if I had been something like a Spriggan. Anyway, looks like we found IDA. That's an interesting find for this early in the game. We're going to wear it, and we're going to wear Ring of Fire, which brings me to RC plus RF null, and increases my EV a bit. It's a minor optimization, but it is optimized, so I think that's ideal. Let's go into the lair. Oh, crap. I'm going to heroism. I want to teleport. And I'm going to kick myself for being dumb about what I did here. Alright. Okay, now, as for this entrance, let's kick this stuff out of the way so I can actually stair dance and, you know. Proceed to walk away like I wanted to. To only fight one thing at once. With RC Plus, this is a lot less scary. This is certainly more crap than we'd like to be fighting at the very beginning of Lair, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst entrance I've ever seen. Wait until you see like 4 Hydras. Okay, it's Ner'gul. Let's walk away from Ner'gul. Well, we have enchant armor. I guess I'll enchant up my helmet. Keep her at max range while I think about what I want to do here. Right, scroll of noise. Probably should have not read that here. Magic mapping. Okay, there she is. I kind of want to just heroism, I guess. Let's see if I can go to town on her. Wait, hold on. You know what I should have checked? Yeah, I should not have been doing this. She does too much damage with Bolt of Draining, but we already went into it, so. Alright, we should have mighted or hasted. We should have done something more than just heroism. That wasn't good enough, you know. Okay, we've got a demon spawn berserker here, no problem. We'll just kill him with the longbow. Doesn't really want to die, does he? There we go. Why don't we go ahead and go back to D2 real quick? Just to finish off Natasha. Now we can kill her without any kind of threat. Do the same thing with this ghost. Pre-experience. I guess we'll do Grinder as well. Grinder could actually still be a threat, but we have teleport, we have haste, we have all kinds of stuff really. And most importantly, this floor isn't fully explored, so I want to get the loot. Well, I was hoping that he wouldn't be next to me. How about we read teleport, and then we go to work. Teleport's insurance. Alright, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna heroism this time. Well, we got the paralyze on him. Ironic justice, okay. Distant snort, that's good. Gonna have fun inside of a labyrinth. Let's do magic mapping. I see that the thing is here. We don't want to be in melee with the spiny frog, but we can kill him pretty easily. Let's pull him up. Oh, come on. Alright, this is okay. We'll just rest up a little bit. I know exactly where the thing is, so it's not like I'm gonna miss it. I want to get those gloves. I also want to grab the scroll, and now we'll go in. How do we find out what these scrolls are? Amnesia? Nope. Enchant weapon, cool. we'll go ahead and enchant up this longbow. I'm sure we'll find brand weapon eventually, and if not, you know, Oka will probably gift us something useful. You know, he will provide. Hopefully. Now comes the fun part, where we look around for a way into this thing. It's looking like it's on the left side, perhaps. Okay, there's the metal. Just because you see metal doesn't guarantee that you've got a correct path. Sometimes you have to come at it from another angle, but it looks like we've gotten lucky and we've reached the Centaur. Whoa! Wow, that sucked. He has a Bardage and he's throwing Tomahawks of Dispersal at me. We're gonna have to teleport, actually. He's just doing way too much damage with that crap. Hopefully there's a way in from this direction. Yes, there is. Oh my god, he has more. How many Tomahawks of Dispersal did this dude start with? I'm at a loss for words, honestly. Okay, he must be out of them. I've never seen a monster spawn with that many wands of dispersal, or Tomahawks of Dispersal. Okay, get him with the double zap. He could have been quite dangerous with that Bardage, so I was fully prepared to use as many resources as necessary to kill him before he got a hit on me, but the chance of him surviving a double zap is pretty low. I probably should have invised first, just for insurance. Since I don't have C-Blink identified, it could have been quite bad if he had somehow survived that double blast. But that didn't happen, and we're well on our way, so let's get out of here. As for what we found in there, we got a +1 cloak, which is nice. We'll go ahead and enchant it up a little further. Found some books we don't care about. We found we found one lamp of fire that we do care about. That'll be useful. Okay, well this kind of sucks. Let's go ahead and use our newfound lamp of fire. Wow, this is certainly something. I'm gonna go ahead and teleport. Let's use curing. Man, we're using resources left and right, but unfortunately we got this spider entrance, and it threw these jumping spiders all over the place. And web just sort of messes up my game. Particularly in conjunction with redbacks. I mean, this character really doesn't have much in the way of defense. Look at this. This jumping spider is able to mess my day up all by himself. That's how bad my defenses are. This stuff is easy enough, we just kite. Cool, it's a Hydra. Get some free piety here. A little surprised that Okawaru didn't count that as the one where it says it's honored. So we get more piety. I would have assumed that a Hydra would still be in that category, but I guess we've out-leveled it. petrified. We'll just wait for that to wear off. I mean, this is okay. It's very hard for this thing to kill me on its own while I'm petrified. It spends half its time trying to petrify me again anyway, rather than attacking me. Oh, come on. Come on, archery. Nope. More AC though, so I'll take it. There we go. Confused. Just because I haven't trained any hexes doesn't mean haven't trained any evocations doesn't mean I can't use these hex wands. I should probably train a little, but I mean, whatever. We're going full bows this time, which is a pretty straightforward path. Alright, well, I'll keep Cloud Immunity in my inventory, but I'm not gonna just wear that. I'm not gonna wear it instead of a fully enchanted cloak. I mean, that's just silly. Blink frogs are successfully ruining my day here. Let's just lamp of fire these dudes. At least I got the Mamba. Not too much more trouble. You know what? We can reset the fight, so we will reset the fight. Let's turn off amnesia. Not going to be using spells this game, probably. We've already got the best spell in the game, which is shoot arrow. Down to Lair 5. Now, with any luck, we already have brand weapon, just not identified yet. Now, that's not terribly likely, but it is possible. Got a wand of digging, that's good. Hey, it's Nessos. Yeah, see, this is both good and bad. I don't Hold up. First, we're going to use invisibility. I mean, he has a wand. He has a bow that obviously we want. My only complaint is that maybe I don't have any charges. Nope, we had enough to confuse him. Yeah, I like to hex this guy. He's very vulnerable to it. Anyway, we get a barding out of this, and we get a branded longbow. I mean, geez, what's not to like? Oh no, it's cursed. I mean, I'm just kidding. I don't care. We'll enchant it up. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and use these scrolls? Acquirement. Huh. Well, we've already got a good weapon. I mean, we've got an endgame weapon. So I guess I should go for armor. Oh yeah. Good choice. We just got archery. That's awesome. This game could really not be going any more smoothly at this point. Recharging. We'll use recharging on clouds, I guess. And drop the +3 longbow. Which is effectively a +6 longbow. Because of my newfound gloves. Should use resistance or something, probably. Or just take off the Ice Dragon armor. I mean, this is okay. Oh my god. That is a large amount of flame. Would be pretty bad if I got caught in this stuff. Oh, here's a new friend. Wait, that's 15% chance to hex, so not really worth trying. A ghost crab. Alright, this one I'm going to teleport for. I'm going to also just... Wow, never mind. We one-shot him. Crazy. I guess I'm just wasting my teleports. I don't want to use my last one frivolously. Okay, we're going to heroism. We're going to finesse. We're going to start training some invocations as well. So this stuff lasts a little longer. Gosh, it's another one of these things. See, we really don't want to let it blast at me because it could put a Hydra next to me. So we want to make sure we're next to it if it has a chance to blast. Honestly, if I was any other character, aka not a Centaur, I probably wouldn't even be doing this vault right now. Like, this vault's just too spooky for something that can't walk away. I mean, look at this. This is insane. Is that even an artifact amulet? Yes, it is. Jeez, I have to teleport. If I don't, I could get, like, paralyzed and something horrible could happen, so that sucks. That's my last teleport. We killed it, but I mean, we could. What was I supposed to do? I mean, I could have gotten paralyzed, so had to use that insurance. You know, no real choice about it. Well, that's a good amulet. Huh. Well, worth it, I guess, for the amulet. Some slaying. Of course, I feel very, very nervous now that I don't have teleport. I'd also really, really like to have Blink, but we found none. Got turned to stone. We have cancellation, I think. Yeah, we do. But even so, I'm going to use Lamp of Fire. Wow. Stark and Tam. Thanks. Thanks, Okawaru. Wow, I got shoved off. This is Lair 6, so I should try to be a little bit careful. On the other hand, we have like 4 million slaying, so I'm going to be one-shotting things left and right with this bow. Well, let's use clouds in case I get paralyzed. It's kind of funny how last game, I believe we had a huge amount of consumables, but we didn't get anything terribly amazing with the items. Now we get a bow really early that's awesome, and a bunch of archery, or, well, and archery glove, and then a bunch of slaying on top of that from my amulet here. And we get the barding really early, but we get almost no consumables. I realize that the RNG isn't actually weighted like that. It's just kind of funny to me is all, that it tends to work out that way, or that it did work out that way. All things considered, I would rather have the consumables, since that means that my mistakes are not punished as highly. As it stands, my mistakes have led me into having no teleport. Probably should be identifying these wands. Especially clouds. That was a misplay when I identified that potion just now. Wow, that's way too many to have on the screen at once. Alright, that's Lair. 54 minutes in. 21.6, 23.2. I'd rather keep some amount of EV for now. But I am going to check for things like MR, because that would be handy to have at this stage of the game. Nope. Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and go down to D7? Or rather, finish out the dungeon entirely. So Some identify, cool. Oh, I forgot again to identify my... identify my wands. It's okay. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we've got an excellent setup here, so it's only a matter of time until I find some more identify. I really shouldn't need to use clouds anyway. Wow, really? Another barding already. Well, it's only flying. I don't care about that, so we'll keep the one that's enchanted more highly. Okay, let's go into a hallway for all this. And we're going to identify the clouds. I'm going to remember this time. Man, it is crazy how many arrows you can get this early in the game. Sure, a lot of this is from Oka, but I mean, it makes me think you could just spam your bow almost entirely and never really run out. Just enchant my barding up more. Okay, enchant weapon. Of course, goes on the longbow of flaming. Wouldn't have been the end of the world if I had gotten paralyzed there. I don't think he would be able to kill me with this much AC at this point, not by himself anyway. That's why I've stopped using clouds on those guys. Finally, scroll of blinking. I feel much, much safer now. That's your get out of jail free card in case something goes really horribly wrong, even on a Centaur. Very good to have. And there's another one. Sweet. Nothing but wands left to identify now. I was trying to search for items on D11. I don't know why I kept writing D12. Wanted to make sure I didn't miss checking anything here, and I did. Okay. Well, we're going to lose out on some EV here, but having the MR Plus is completely and totally worth it. Considering that in the next video, the first thing we're going to do is probably roll into Orc. Come to think of it, I should have just gone Trog. I think that from now on, if given a choice, I'm going to pick Trog over Oka, and here's the reason. Strictly for the MR, you know, there's no guarantee I'm going to find MR. But Trog makes it so there's one less thing for me to worry about. I mean, I still have to turn on the MR++ from Trog's hand, but that's easy enough to remember, you know. But if the game just doesn't give you enough MR to have that, in the form of swappables or whatever, and you're not worshipping Trog, then you're in the situation where you have to do some very obnoxious things to guarantee survival versus certain monsters. Liches, ancient liches, orc sorcerers in the earlier game, ogre magi, vampire knights even. Like, it's just not terribly fun to deal with. So taking that out of the equation is pretty great. Okay, let's get this guy at the edge of vision. Kill him in one shot. Nice. There's a trove. Plus 3 GDA. We can probably get that together pretty easily. Not right now, not anytime soon, but at some point. A little bit of an ambush here. This is a pretty decent place to fight, though. A lot of hallways nearby for me to pull things into. Interesting. Well, I guess I'll buy See Invisible. I'm tempted to buy Amulet of Harm just so I don't accidentally wear it at some point if I find another one. But that's a waste of gold. Plus 4 Ring of Evasion. That's worth buying. Okay. Oka has given me an even better weapon. Actually, I shouldn't have been wearing this Ring of Fire this whole time. That could have caused me some issues. I forgot that I had that on, actually, to counteract the effects of the Ice Dragon armor, which I'm no longer wearing. Okay, let's reset this fight. Interesting little vault here. I need to remember that well, never mind. I was going to say I need to remember I don't have any teleportation, but it turns out I have 4, so we're pretty safe in here. Reasonably. It's not to say you should be relying on teleportation to save you, but... I mean, it's if you do it while you're still fully, at full hit points or close to it, then you're probably going to be okay. Another longbow. Not as good as the one Oak already gave me, though. Susceptible to poison, this fire crab, but not ice. Oh, darn. Alright, I'm gonna reset this fight. We're hurt. If I can navigate through here properly. This is an interesting little vault, and it's also one that I would probably have just locked off with an exclusion. You know, if I wasn't a Centaur. It's too risky. Assuming I wasn't, you know, feeling like doing something stupid. Wow. Well, I'm gonna eat the drain. I don't know why I even tried that on. There's basically no short bow that could get me to wear it. Maybe if it was like plus 12 of speed. That's pretty close, though. It's good to know that exists, because I could always swap to it in the late game if I really, really, really need Arlec or something. Even though short bows are really crappy compared to long bows. What a shame. It's a pretty good ring, but it's slow, so we can't wear it. Alright, time to do D15. Oh, there's an ogre mage. Probably should have realized that when I saw all the ogres. A little food shop there, that might be useful for later. Okay, now the ogre mage can confuse and slow me. Looks like we know his book. Rupert, of course, can paralyze me. We want to kill all these guys. Ideally, I don't want to leave these guys behind. I could do that if I really needed to, though. Unfortunately, this chainmail is as good as it gets on MR for me for now. If he does confuse me, it's no big deal. I can cure. Way more concerned about paralysis. He's got to walk through these clouds. I guess I'm going to make some different clouds. Darn. Okay, hey, cool. If we had gotten paralyzed, he would have ended up next to me, but remember, we have C-blanks, so he wouldn't have really had enough time to hit me too many times, even if he berserked immediately. Hey, now that's a ring. Unbelievable. Very, very good stuff. That is a great find. We'll be wearing that thing forever. Oh, that's a Harpy Simulacrum. It's faster than me. All right. That's dungeon. We're gonna cut the video here. We're already about 11 minutes over what I like these things to usually be. Clear out my inventory a bit here before we close out. Yeah, this will be fine for now. Okay, so next time we go to the Orcish Mines. Should be pretty easy with this excellent find of this ring that gives us, pretty much covers our resistances and gives us MR. Orc Sorcerers still have a 1% chance to paralyze me, which is not so bad. We're going to assume that they can do it, because they can, and we're going to play accordingly, but it is a peace of mind kind of thing. Let's see, any more gifts I've missed? Nope. Any artifacts? No. Alright, cool. But yeah, this character has a ludicrous amount of slaying already. 2 from the amulet here, and 4 effectively from the archery gloves for the purposes of ranged weapons, which of course we're using. So 6 total from armor, and then another 5 from the weapon itself, so we have 11 slaying. And soon we'll have 15 as soon as we find some enchant weapon scrolls to get this bow maxed out. So yeah, this should be a really easy run, provided I don't make any horrible mistakes. I mean, this is pretty much following the formula I've laid out of Centaur into Ochre or Trog, and then straight bows. Works out pretty easily, in my opinion, almost every single time. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, I'm signing out.